Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to say a massive thank you because we've had a crazy amount of support on the Alliance War videos this week, and I think this is pretty much a record for the channel, man, because this is the third Alliance War video this week, and also the third Alliance War where I haven't completely embarrassed myself. So you know, it's looking up, man. It's going pretty damn well. But today we had some really sick fights, man. We took down a Mr. Sinister, a Killmonger mini boss, and also went for the final boss, Havok. However, in the very first Alliance War video this week, we got a Havok one-shot with Warlock, and in that video I was talking about how I think it might be a little bit more effective to do heavy counters, and because today's war wasn't the highest stakes one out there, I decided to kind of test that theory out. So yeah, you're going to see today how heavy counters work incredibly well against the final Havok boss, man. So definitely a pro tip for all the Warlock players out there that just make the fight like crazy fast in comparison, because there's so much damage on the heavy and so much additional bleed damage as well. So we just had a great fight against Starburst Bishop with Stark Spider-Man, but now we are on to phase 2. So we're on the regeneration buffet section, and we got Sabretooth here with the suicide masteries on. So this is a crazy time for Warlock. As soon as we get one stack of virus, man, it's going to completely block out the healing and also deal a lot of degeneration damage based on the debuffs that he has, and also his regeneration as well. So there's like an insane amount of power drain here, and yeah, that Sabretooth just drops in seconds, mate. Such a good fight there. As soon as we got to the special 2, it was just over. So Warlock, again, doing so much work. Absolute beast mode champion. Now, next up, there is a Kingpin fight on a 15% buffet and also 200% regeneration node. Now, on the previous map of Alliance War, this Kingpin is probably like one of the worst fights and combinations out there. I remember Kingpin on buffet used to be really tricky, man, because this man does have a fairly large health pool and also a 50% chance to shrug off debuffs. So for, you know, the old buffet nodes when people were using Void, Kingpin was often quite a bad time to get ambushed with. However, Warlock just makes this fight tremendously straightforward, and this is another player who's running suicide masteries as well, so we can block out that healing with the debuff, and also whenever he does heal, you know, we drain a little bit of power and also deal a little bit of degeneration damage as well. But yeah, Warlock's just crazy good for this node, man. As you can see, we got 2 stacks of the infection active currently, so 0 chance of regenerating and a great failsafe there as well. So we're just baiting out special ones. We've completely cancelled out the buffet node now, so it's really a case of finishing this fight. I think we go for a backdraft intercept here. Yeah, we do. Pays off quite nicely. So I think the last few Alliance Wars have definitely given me a little bit more confidence to be a little bit more cheeky when it does come to the way that I'm playing in War, man. So we have gone for quite a few intercepts throughout today's video. I think there's quite a few on the final Havok boss fight as well. So there we go. 6-star buffet Kingpin goes down there in 52 hits, so a little bit more beefy than the previous fight, but still dealt with pretty damn quickly there. Now, next up, I think we probably had the worst fight. So this is a 5-star awakened rank 4 Dormammu, and it really reminded me, this fight, just how like terrible Dormammu is to fight in Alliance War, man, because once you get that degeneration going, it's not a good time at all. So this node also has buffet, and this is kind of the primary reason I brought Warlock here to counter the regeneration. But you can see we did mess up. We did get slapped a little bit, but once this degeneration is on us, it's dealing 380 damage every single tick. So every single second, man, that is almost 800 damage there. It is so ridiculous. And we got like a rank 5 champion. We got so much health, but even like this rank 4 Dormammu is just absolutely mincing me. And I think like his degeneration damage is enhanced a bit as well, because this Dormammu, I have noticed recall, so he's got the suicide masteries. But look at that, mate. We just got down to like 35% there, just solely from fun and interactive damage. So thinking about this path and how I'd run it differently, I'd probably use Blade instead of Stark Spider-Man and do that first Bishop fight with Warlock, because we definitely wouldn't have taken like 65% of our health from that fight. And yeah, Blade could have got that Dormammu down even without any synergy, because he is a dimensional being there. Now, next up, we've got a debuff immune Mr. Sinister with increased buff duration and also a special 1 power lock node. So in this fight, we can't get to our special 2, but it doesn't really matter. You know, we do lose a fair bit of damage output actually, but the main thing is that we can apply the infection to Mr. Sinister, because it is a passive and not a debuff, so so that way we can counter his regeneration, and then he becomes much easier to kill after that. And also we can get a little bit of power drain as well whenever we do crit, and he does trigger his regeneration, which is a very nice time. And here you can see as well, we didn't heal up to full, we did heal up a little bit. I think I used like 1 6k potion just to get Warlock up, but I didn't want to heal him up while we had like a 20% boost active, just because the more boost you have active, the more expensive it is to heal up your champions to full when they die. So I thought this was going to be enough health, you know, it's only a rank 4 unawakened Mr. Sinister, not that his awakened ability really matters too much when it does come to Alliance War defense, but as you can see, in comparison to the previous matchup, we really haven't taken like too much damage in the Sinister matchup, so yeah, it just went really well, very easy fight to deal with. Warlock is just absolutely made to be a Mr. Sinister, Havok, and general mutant counter, man. Like, he's so amazing for all sorts of different mutant matchups. Next up, we have a 200k physical resistance, enhanced special 1, stun immune Killmonger mini boss. So this guy doesn't have his awakened ability, but even if he did, we'd still be able to get him down with Nick Fury. So yeah, we missed out on taking a bit of reverberation damage, but the really good thing about Nick Fury, and this you can really see in the Electro matchup, and anybody that has like direct damage back, is that Nick Fury, a lot of his damage is dealt via the bleeds. So you know, if there is stuff that does reflect like a portion of the physical damage, it is heavily mitigated with Nick Fury. And also, usually I'm not really that great at like fully evading the special 1, however today some kind of mad gamer skills came out and I was actually really good at evading the special 1, but I think it might be here that I failed the special 2. So yeah, we did take a very big special 2 there, which cost us a good 80% of our health, like 75-80% there. So that wasn't great, but I'm still feeling fairly confident just because I know I have the entire like second Nick Fury phase, the real one, where I get 200% more damage output. So I'm just like, you know, I'm in no rush to go to that phase. I want to have it as a bit of a fail-safe, a bit of a backup. And at this point, my confidence, it was shaken a little bit just by eating a, you know, a very large special 2, man, where usually I'm quite good. We almost got wrecked there, but I just about managed to get out of that special 1. We dodge another special 1, man. Some very clean evades actually coming from myself and Nick Fury today. We fire off a special 2, kind of bait out a special 2 in retaliation to that. You can see the bleeds are doing a significant amount of work, man, doing some great damage there. Managed to fully dodge another special 1 there. Got a fair bit of confidence in this matchup now. I just used another special 1 there just to push him toward the special 2, just so we can quickly dexterity that one and retaliate with a 5 combo. Again, the indestructible, it doesn't really matter too much because all of the damage is really being dealt via the bleed. So yeah, that's going pretty damn well. And then one more combo and this man is pretty much in the bin. We go for a little bit of a block there, we go straight in, and that Killmonger mini boss is down with plenty of time to spare. We didn't even use the real Nick Fury phase. So yeah, that was quite a comfortable kill for the most part. But now we've arrived at the final challenge, which is a season boss Havok. So 350k, fully maxed out 5-star version. This man has a lot of beef, a lot of firepower to him. But I really wanted to see, like, once I got into this matchup and got a bit of confidence, whether or not I could incorporate heavy counters on Havok's heavy attack. And we'll show you some of those and exactly how they function with Warlock. And they're amazing, man. They're so good. There's so much damage, especially when you have an armor break active, and also the bleeds, they really do stack up and deal a fair amount of damage as well. So it's been a bit of a slow start, man. It's been about 30 seconds. We've got 8% down, but Warlock is really all about that special 2. So we're baiting out another heavy attack, going in for a 5 combo straight into a special 2 here. And this is the point where I'm feeling fairly confident with the fight. So anytime he uses a heavy now, I'm going to try and get him with a heavy attack, and just notice like how much quicker this man is going to start dying in comparison to like the standard rotation. Like, as soon as those bleeds stack up and start dealing a fair bit of damage, man, you are just good to go. I think there we went for a 5 combo just so we could try and push him to the special 2, but this man does have, I think, willpower active as well, so we are blocking out the healing and also draining his power at the exact same time, man. So this is working out, you know, tremendously well today. So even though this opponent isn't using suicide masteries, the fact that once we get an infection on and apply a bleed as well just means they're getting absolutely nuked down from all the additional damage and also power drains. So yeah, they're just taking so much damage, man. And you can see we've already gotten down to 33%. We're spamming those heavy attacks as well. And that heavy attack just off a single hit dealt 14k damage. But then you also have like all the bleed and degeneration damage. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that really is adding up to make it a much faster kill. The timing of heavy countering Havok, it does take a little bit of practice, but it's kind of like mid-jump, man, when he's just about to jump down. That is the point where you want to nail him with a heavy counter, and it works for a lot of champions that do have a fairly swift heavy attack. So yeah, that's working quite nicely. An 18k crit there, man, so a really good one in Assassin's range, absolutely ruining this, man. And yeah, we had about a minute to spare, so that was a really efficient takedown, man. So what can I say? I do think those heavy counters are great to use on the Havok final boss, so if you're a Warlock player, man, I definitely suggest trying it out. Thank you for watching today's video. Smash that like button, and aside from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.